Welcome back to the channel. Today, the camera fades in with the sound of a deep, throaty V8 rumble. The frame sharpens to reveal the 2026 Chevy Nova SS 454 gleaming under the sunlight. I take a slow walk toward it, letting that aggressive stance fill the frame. All right, folks, I say with a grin, this is not just a name resurrected from the past. This is a statement from Chevrolet. The 2026 Nova SS 454 is here, and it's unapologetically old-school muscle mixed with just enough modern engineering to keep up with today's performance game. I circle around the front, pointing to the details. The fascia is a love letter to the 70s, but it's not a straight copy. You've got a wide blacked-out grille that stretches nearly end-to-end, framed by slim LED headlights that mimic the original quad-light arrangement, but with a modern signature pattern. The hood bulge isn't just cosmetic. Under there sits a beast we'll get to later. But those functional heat extractors actually keep airflow moving and temperatures in check. The front bumper integrates a splitter that's subtle enough not to ruin the classic lines, but aggressive enough to tell you this car means business. Walking along the side, I run my hand along the bodywork. The proportions are pure muscle. Long hood, short deck, rear-wheel drive stance. Chevy gave it muscular haunches over the rear wheels. And with a 20-inch forged alloys wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport for S tires, it looks planted and ready to pounce. The door handles are flush, keeping the side profile clean, and a character line runs just above the rocker panel, visually lowering the car. Chrome accents are minimal. They've gone for a more sinister, performance-oriented vibe. Around the back, it's all about blending heritage and modern aggression. The taillights are split rectangular LEDs, clearly inspired by the original Nova SS, but with depth and 3D elements that catch the light beautifully. The rear spoiler is integrated into the trunk lid, giving you downforce without looking like an aftermarket add-on. Down low, a functional diffuser sits between quad exhaust tips, and yes, they are real, and yes, they produce one of the richest exhaust notes you'll hear this year. Inside, I slide into the driver's seat, and the blend of retro charm and modern tech is instantly clear. You're greeted with deeply bolstered leather and Alcantara seats, stitched with the SS logo in red. The steering wheel is thick-rimmed, flat-bottomed, and feels great in hand, with a mix of brushed aluminum and leather. The gauge cluster is a fully digital 12.3-inch display, but Chevy has given it a classic twin-dial layout skin for those who want that old-school look. The center stack features an 11-inch infotainment screen angled slightly toward the driver. Running GM's latest UI, fast, intuitive, and with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below that, real tactile knobs for climate control, because in a muscle car, you don't want to dig through menus to adjust your AC on a hot day. Materials are solid throughout, soft-touch plastics where you want them. Stitched leather across the dash and brushed metal accents. Even the rear seats are reasonably comfortable for a coupe. Although, as with most muscle cars, they're best for shorter trips or smaller passengers. Then comes the part that makes the Nova SS 454 more than just a nostalgia trip. Pop the hood, and you're staring at a 7.4-liter naturally aspirated V8. The spiritual successor to the big blocks of the past. This one produces a staggering 650 horsepower and 625 pound-feet of torque, sent exclusively to the rear wheels through either a 6-speed manual, bless them, or an optional 10-speed automatic with paddle shifters 0 to 60, around 3.5 seconds. If you've got the traction and the quarter mile in the high 10s. But the real magic is the way it delivers that power instant. Relentless, with a soundtrack that makes you grin every time you touch the throttle. The chassis is stiffened, the suspension tuned with adaptive dampers so you can cruise comfortably in tour mode or firm it up for track work. Brembo brakes at all 4 corners provide serious stopping power, and the electric power steering is quick without feeling artificial. On the road, the Nova SS feels alive. The front end bites hard into corners. The rear stays planted thanks to a limited slip differential. And yet, you can still coax that playful oversteer if you're in the mood. It's loud when you want it to be, calm when you need it to be. A surprisingly versatile machine for something with so much raw personality. Price-wise, Chevy has placed this squarely in the attainable dream car territory. The base SS 454 starts just under $60,000, while a fully loaded performance-packed version with carbon bits and upgraded interior can touch $75,000. For what you're getting, big block power, modern safety tech, track capability, and heritage. It's a strong value, especially considering what rivals are charging for less displacement and more turbochargers. If I had to make suggestions, I'd say Chevy could offer a slightly lighter stripped-down track package for purists. Maybe even a drag pack version for straight-line fanatics. And while the infotainment system is great, I'd love to see some physical shortcut buttons for the main functions, just for that extra tactile satisfaction. As I stand back for one last look, the sun bouncing off that metallic paint, it's clear the 2026 Chevy Nova SS 454 isn't just another retro reboot. It's a bold reminder that muscle cars can still be raw, loud, and dripping with personality, even in a world increasingly obsessed with EVs and hybrids. It's not pretending to be something it's not. It's here to give you a grin, shiver, and a little bit of trouble if you're not careful with your right foot. And honestly, isn't that exactly what a muscle car should do?